Peace. What's going on, guys? I hope you are doing well. Our last video, we actually broke down this controversial story about the Trump administration going after the CFPB, Trump, Elon Musk, Doge. Every other day, there's a new development in the story, and I want to break this down. This is going to impact your bank accounts and your money, whether you're aware of this or not. But today, I want to focus on who you see on the screen right here. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Right? Can you see this tweet? Okay, I think that might be better. So Senator Tim Scott and Representative French Hill, they're already trying to roll back consumer protections. And first up, they're going after overdraft fees. This is literally days after Trump went after CFPB. This story comes out. All right, so let's break down how this all went down because it's a whole chain reaction. And if you miss the timeline, none of this is going to make sense, at least not completely. So first, earlier this month, President Trump ordered the shutdown of the CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. This agency was created to protect regular people from shady financial practices like sneaky overdraft fees. Now, here's the twist. This shutdown happened through a new government department called Doge. We're not talking about Dogecoin, we're talking about Doge, which stands for the Department of Government Efficiency, which is being led by Elon Musk.
1, 2, 3, 4. Consumers are we fighting for.
Another protest today against President Donald Trump and Elon Musk, this time outside the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. As you can see, there are hundreds of protesters and over a dozen elected officials are speaking. They are concerned that the CFPB is going to be gutted or shut down.
That's a whole different controversy. Today, we're going to keep it on the main thing, right? Their whole mission is to cut what they call wasteful government spending. And the CFPB was the first to go. Next, right after the shutdown, Republican lawmakers jumped in. Senator Tim Scott and Representative French Hill used something called the Congressional Review Act, the CRA, and this law lets Congress erase any government rules they don't like without having to do long debates. Just a quick vote and boom, it's gone. And the first rule that they targeted was the CFPB's new limit that capped overdraft fees at $5. So bottom line, Trump's team shut down the watchdog, CFPB, and then Congress cleared the way for banks to bring back these $35 overdraft fees. So it's looking like a tag team effort between the administration and Congress. If you bought a $3 coffee, but it was overdrafted, you basically bought a $38 coffee because of that $35 fee. But just as this rule was about to kick in, that $5 cap, Trump's shutdown put the whole thing on pause. So that $5 cap right now, it's basically in limbo. And I already know someone's going to say, it's your responsibility. Don't spend the money if it's not in your account, right? It's the consumer's fault, right? Some people are going to say that. That's not always how it works. Banks can flip the script. So they can hit you with the largest transaction first, wipes you out. So now the groceries, lunch, and gas all push you negative. So just by playing with how they debit you, they can now tack on 3 separate fees as opposed to 1 fee. This is not me theorizing anything. This actually has been done. It's been recorded, right? That's why the CFPB came in, because they realized if nobody comes in and checks these banks, they're going to find very creative ways in order to pad their own pockets. This is why I talk about CFPB so often, because if we're not putting any sort of awareness to this, who's going to actually put a spotlight on this at all? And their excuse is always the same. Oh, it limits consumer access to financial services. I don't know what that means, but I don't know how it's helpful for banks to be able to charge multiple $35 overdraft fees as a way to give consumers more flexibility in banking services. I don't know how that works, but okay. That's their reason. This is not about access. This is about banks keeping that fee money rolling in. That's all it is. So what does this mean for you? Simply, if this rollback goes through, banks can start charging those $35 overdraft fees again, and you already know they're going to do it, right? If they can get away with it, they're going to do it. And what about overdraft protection? Nah. A lot of these banks would rather let you overdraft because those fees make them more money than just declining the transaction. So this system is not broken. It's doing exactly what they built it out to do, to make the bankers more money. And I get it. Some people are going to look at this article and say, okay, well, It doesn't affect me. I have enough money in my checking account. Okay, it's not a big deal. What's the big problem? I will caution you to be very mindful of that type of thinking, because overdrafts hit usually when life throws you a curveball, and life is always going to throw you a curveball. Car breaks down randomly, medical emergency. You never know what's going to happen next week. So just because everything is good now, salute to you if it is, understand that these booby traps, like, they're meant to catch consumers, right? And have you guys notice how these rollbacks never start with rules affecting big corporations? Like, can you tell me the last time Congress rushed out to cut regulations for a hedge fund or a large bank? It doesn't happen. This isn't about less regulation. It's about who benefits when the rules change, and it's never the people who need it the most. So here's what you can do to move smarter. First, set up low balance alerts so you know exactly when your account dips too low. Number 2, look for banks that offer no fee overdraft protection. Capital One has, I believe, the Capital One 360. Citibank has an account. Ally has an account. I think I did a review on them like 2 years ago. These are all solid choices if you don't even want to worry about, does my checking account have overdraft protection? So if you don't know where to look, I just gave you 3 options right there, right? And third, know your rights. Even with the CFPB shutdown, some states still have laws that limit what banks can charge. So it's still worth checking out what rules apply to where you live. But if you know how the game works, you can start playing it smarter. All right, guys, so that is the breakdown. If you've ever been hit with an overdraft fee, drop a comment. I want to see how many of us have to deal with this. If you guys enjoyed it, go down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I was actually in the middle of recording a Fight Back Against Debt Collection Company video, which will probably be up maybe Saturday-ish for this week. But I wanted to give you guys this video today. The next video will come out probably on Saturday. So make sure, if you're not subscribed, hit the bell notification so you watch that video. Again, guys, hopefully you enjoyed. I will check you guys out in the next video. Have a good one. Peace.